Hey, Jack Squad, YouTube family, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. You gotta make it happen for yourself, guys. First of all, y'all remember Saturday I said I was going out on my adventure, right? I wore myself out. I did everything I wanted to do, everything I was supposed to do. Worked out, yoga, went all around the city, ate good. But let me tell y'all something. I went to this place, and I wish I had knew it was there before, because it's called the Boardwalk, right? And the last time I visited before I moved, I stayed at the Drury Inn, and this establishment is across the street. I didn't know. All I went to was Chili's, and back, my friend took me somewhere, and then I went back to the room, right? Well, anyway, it's a place called the Boardwalk. It's a festive spot, right? And they got paddle boats and stuff, right? And restaurants and shopping, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going on in there. Now, I got on my shield. I don't have on the mask. I got me a real cute, clear shield, right? So I'm walking on in there. Now, first of all, let me tell y'all, the white folks ain't wearing no masks. They not wearing no masks. They just balls to the wall. They ain't wearing no masks, right? In the grocery store, I'm going to stop going to the grocery store. I'm going to start letting Walmart or somebody bring it to me, because I'm going to wait for about 90 days. I ain't fooling around. It's too many of them. Too many. They just regular. And then if they get close to me, I have to tell them, everybody want to be close. I ain't with it. So anyway, I go to the Boardwalk. It's a little entranceway, so I can't see it because it's an entranceway. It's like a shopping center, and then it's an entranceway, right? Child, I get down there in the entranceway. The Boardwalk is right there. And I guess it's a lake or something. I don't know what it is. And because that's where they paddle boating at. Child, when I seen all them people, I scanned the area quickly, right? Because I was trying to find me a spot where I could just sit down, watch the people. But the more I walked, the more anxious I got, and I felt like jumping over into the water, right? I was like, oh my God, there's too many people. Black folks got their mask on, or they got them halfway on. The white folks ain't got on no mask, nothing. I'm like, oh no. And it was too many people. It was like being at an amusement park. It was just too many people. And I went across the Boardwalk, and I said, well, I couldn't find anything. I got anxious, I got nervous. So I turned around and went back. I was scared of people. And I said, oh no, this is a nice place. I can't wait till the world get right, and I can go check it out. I hate that I didn't. It was right across the street from me. I stayed here. Every time I would come, I would stay 4 days. I stayed 4 days and did not know that was over there, right? So anyway, I enjoyed my weekend. It was everything it was supposed to be. Wore me out. I slept. I went to church, parking lot church yesterday morning. Was so tired when I got back home. I went to bed. When I woke up, it was 8 o'clock. Today I'm good, so I really need one more day. They gave us 3, I really need one more. But anyway, so my weekend adventure was great, right? With myself, it was great. And then now let me tell you something else I did, y'all. I went to dinner with a friend inside a place, right? It was late though, it was real late, right? So there wasn't many people there. And so when the waitress came, I said, now take me. She tried to put me over there with all. I said, I don't want to be over there with all the people. Too much breath going on. Take me in the back over here. Ain't nobody. That y'all done cleaned up already, I know. Because it was close to closing, but take me back over there. She's like, oh, sure, ma'am. I understand. I said, because my anxiety level's too high right now. And I did that. So it was a great day, great weekend, right? But anyway, y'all, don't forget before I get started to drop down in the description box. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And it is my anniversary month, my anniversary time. So I want to thank everybody that said happy anniversary to me. It's been 1 year. Time go by fast, y'all. It's been 1 year since I started my YouTube journey, right? I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I don't know what's supposed to happen, but I'm still enjoying it, so I'm going to keep doing it, all right? And speaking of the commenting, a couple of guys, I didn't get as many troll comments as I thought I would have. And when I do get them, I don't even respond. I could respond and be petty and go toe to toe, but I don't even respond. I just block them and hide them. That's it, you know. Yeah, you know, because my thoughts, right? You know, and some comments by guys that are thinking different from me, that's okay, because that's what makes the world go round. But when you say mean stuff or try to hurt me, like guy was like, you got on a wig. Okay, so what, nigga? Everybody know I wear wigs. I got lots of them. I buy them. They mine, right? So anyway, y'all, let me get to my my subs. I got Jess Nelly, and I think she also go by Chinky Nelly. So we got Jess Nelly, Chinky Nelly, the same person. She commented on 2 different videos. And then we have Miss Angela Hope 888. Miss Angela Hope 888. And so these are my subs today. I like to see the comments from my subs. You know, y'all are very inspiring. I don't care what, you know, out of the 1,000 people that say something good, it's always going to be 1 or 2 say something bad. I don't really care about that. I don't care. Okay, so anyway, today, y'all, we're going to talk about, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I'm a TV head. I'm a reality head, right? So it's a show, I don't know if I ever mentioned it to y'all, called Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight. Now then, these people get married, they don't know each other, ain't never seen each other, and they get married. Now, I didn't see it this season there in Atlanta. Last season it was somewhere else. Season before that is when I first started watching it. They was in Charlotte, right? And my favorite couple was a black couple. They're still together. They're on their second baby, right? But it's a weird, odd concept. You know, I'm going to get married to somebody, but they have people that match them up. They have the therapist, the psychologist, and they have a pastor, a black guy, Pastor Calvin, right? And these people match them up. I don't know what criteria they use, but they match these people up, right? And I'm going to tell you why I'm talking about the show. It's a good show to watch, you know, because, you know, I like human behavior, right? But let me tell y'all something. The Negro showed out like Negroes do on national TV. I didn't know if I wanted to whoop him or punch him in his eye, right? Now, he was a black guy. You know, I think he was an entrepreneur, he was something, right? And then the girl, I want to say she was an accountant. She had a good career too. I can't remember. It was Chris and Paige. Paige was a pretty chocolate girl. Chris was a guy. And so they married. She was so committed. See, this is what happened. You can be too Christian. You can be too holy. And this is what happens to good church girls. I'm a church girl, but you know, I got street sense. Is that they get committed to the idea and not the person. And they get used and abused that way, right? So I thought, you know, on day one, the wedding day, you know, they have a reception, they had their friends, they have a wedding, they have everything, right? He told her best friend that Paige wasn't really what he was used to. As if to say she was not attractive to him, right? So I'm looking like she's a chocolate girl. She looked fine to me, right? I didn't see nothing wrong with it, right? And he said that's what he used to. So I said, okay, he must like light-skinned girls. You know, some dudes is like that. But so then later on, I'm gonna jump down later on before I tell y'all the scenario. He told, when they interviewed him by himself, he told the pastor that he just wasn't attracted to her. And the pastor said, well, what's wrong with her? You know, because he's looking like I'm looking like, what's wrong with her? He said, the face. It's like, oh, nigga, damn. Now, while she didn't see that till later on. Now, when they get married, and I'm just going to talk about these people. When they get married, his family's there. Her friends, I don't think she had a family. Her friends were there. His families, they had a mother and a father. Looked like some good folks, right? The daddy was off. So I should have knew the son was off because the daddy said something off to her pertaining to sex, which I thought was a weird comment. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was a weird comment coming from your husband's dad, right? Any man in her family. It was a little weird, right? And the mother never said anything. So that gave me a little red flag there, just a little one, right? Well, this guy, Chris, was so horrible. They couldn't take him on any outings. You know, they do stuff together with all the couples. He wanted to fight every time. And when I say fight, I ain't talking about just a few little words, a little tip. He wanted to cuss and do how we do in the streets. All of that on TV. Bruh, you know, them people scared. They ain't with all that, right? He was horrible. And the whole time, Paige would be, Chris, she got to calm him down. I don't want to be that woman to you. I got to calm you down. Go on out there and get whooped on. You know, he was horrible. He was embarrassing. He was embarrassing, right? Now, not only was he always aggressive with everyone, you couldn't take him nowhere. It was like 3 episodes. He was just so aggressive right off the gate, right? Now then, I think the second week or something, they take them to, before they even go to the house. So they get a house. I think they have to decide if they're going to stay at his house or her house or a house they provide for them, just until the end of, because I think at the end of 8 weeks, they determine, are we going to stay married? That's the premise of the show, right? Well, before they could even get to the house, this Negro tell her, he got a call. The producers knew what it was about. And he didn't tell her. He told her, I don't need to tell you. Producers called him to the side and said, listen, you got to tell her. You can't do that. He was like, well, I don't think it's none of her business. You married the woman, right? So anyway, come to find out, the ex-fiance, who he was just engaged to just before he got there, right? The ex-fiance called to say she was pregnant. Now, I know that she was lying. I knew that she was lying, right? She just didn't want him to she didn't want that relationship to work. And she knew she had the power to pull him back. So anyway, Paige was such a good girl. She's willing to, okay, that'll be our baby. And you ain't no dude, you don't know her. Then, this is the kicker, y'all. He finally told her, and she said, okay, this will be our baby. He wanted her to meet the baby mama. They put the baby mama on the show. So they all sit there and talk. Paige still was like, we can work through this. We can work it out. Like, girl, you don't even know him that enough to be weathering them type of storms, right? And he was disrespectful the whole time to her. He showed no regard to her feelings. I would have quit. I'd have quit the show, but I think I was reading way back that if you leave, because they pay you have to pay that money back. Something they pay you. So she was really committed to the what was going on, the situation, right? She still wanted to be married to this man, and by this point he had been dogging her. This was only like the second week. I felt so bad, and I watched as her self-esteem plummeted. I watched it. I watched her self-esteem go down, right? And I was like, why don't they stop this? And then they later on said the reason why they didn't stop is because she wanted to keep going. Because they asked her, you know. So it's time to go to the house for them to live together for 6 weeks. He didn't show up. So she didn't get the experience, which I didn't want her to have with him anyway. But everybody else had a good experience. Now, 3 couples decided to stay married. Of course, he did, and another couple, right? Well, no, take that back. So, the whole 6 weeks, she's by herself. They don't really show her much, because there's nothing to show. He's not there. There's no couple. So then they would have outings, and Paige would go and be sitting there looking like Only the Lonely. And the people loved on her, you know. I myself would have, I don't know what I would have did. I would have wanted that money, though. Well, anyway, when it was time to decide if you want to get married, this nigga come up there and try to act like he like her, to confuse her. He played with her the whole time. He played with her mind. He played mind games the whole time, right? With me, I would have cussed him out, but she was being such a graceful, poised black woman. Like, I couldn't have took it. I could not have took it out and cussed him out. I probably would have fought him. So anyway, now he messed her up. She was prepared to say, no, I don't want to stay married. They go outside and talk. Now she's sitting there looking stupid, like she don't know what to do. And at the end of it, at the reunion, they said they were talking for 6 hours. She was confused for 6 hours. There's no way I would have been that confused. No way. So then they bring the pastor on. Now, his good friend was the pastor. Her and the pastor went to lunch previously while he was off doing whatever he was doing. And the pastor told her that he had had 2 engagements. I guess he didn't want her to know that. And he felt that the pastor overstepped his bounds by telling her that. So he was now mad at the pastor, which has been his good friend for years, supposedly. Pastor's a nice-looking guy, nice-looking young man. So now they at the decision-making, and the pastor's talking to both of them, and he was like, Chris, you know, you my friend. He was like saying all kind of wild, crazy stuff to the pastor. The pastor said, now listen, you ain't gonna keep cussing at me, right? Dude get up in a huff, ready to throw his hands, like, meet me outside. Like, nigga, you on TV in front of the white folks. You don't act like that. He told him, meet me outside. He was hollering, screaming, cussing. Paige sitting there looking. Every time she got to run out there toying. Just got to run. You know, she looked so pathetic. And I felt so sorry for her during the whole 8 weeks or however much time it was. I felt so sorry for her. Because she really had a good heart. But a lot of times that good heart don't get you nowhere. You have to give people the same. Yeah, I had to learn that too. You have to give people the same energy they're giving you. Same energy they're giving you. You know, you can't give them, and I know it's a good Christian thing to do, but you can't give them more and they don't even acknowledge what you're giving them, right? They don't even appreciate it or respect it, right? And I felt so sorry for her. So when they had the reunion, of course he didn't come to the reunion. Oh, everybody there, even the couple that didn't make it, they was there. I knew they wasn't going to make it because they had sex, and I think that turned her all the way off. I figured it out from the beginning. She was like, ugh. And it was horrible for them too, right? Well, anyway, Chris didn't come, and you know, everybody's feeling sorry for her and everything. And she said she is now in therapy. You done got on a show about love, and now you got to have therapy. This nigga done fucked you up. But she allowed it, though. She allowed it, and that's what we do as women. That's why when I hear, I don't know what to call them. When I hear men like Kevin Samuels and the Kevin Samuelites talking about what this woman is this and woman that, we are the tender sex, okay? We take a lot of abuse from men. Emotionally, physically, financially. We take a lot of abuse. And we try over and over. And Paige is a perfect example of what black women go through when they like somebody and they try to make it work. And they don't want to make it work. And you know, I've seen guys in the comments, not really mine, but other comments on other videos, and they say that's why you always be single. We as women, I know black women for real, for sure, we take on a lot. We deal with a lot just for the sake of being peaceful, right? And that's what she was doing. And she was very graceful, very poised. But you could always see her eyes was teared. Her eyes were red. Like, I would not have put myself through that trauma like that. I would not have. I'd have told them, here, y'all can have the money back. I'm going on with my life. And so at the reunion, they had her friend there. I don't think she had any parents or something. They had her friend. And her friend said they all tried to talk her out of it, and she wanted to keep going through with it. She was very noble. I couldn't have been that noble, right? Because he clowned y'all. When I tell y'all he clowned, I think he might have been. Now, I seen a black girl clown one time on Big Brother, the way black women can clown. And they really didn't have any more on after that. They had a different type of black woman, right? Because I'm sure they do all kinds of psychological tests and everything. And so the people who picked him said he tricked them. He tricked them. See, that's the scary part, because he would go crazy in a drop of a, really quickly. And his eyes, he seemed like he talked over his eyes. I don't know how to explain that to y'all. Someone right with his eyes. Someone right with his eyes, right? Not nothing physical like in the inside. He was someone right with him, right? And I would like to know the conversation that his mother and father had with him. Because they were so invested in it, you know, in the beginning, like, where they saying, son, come on, you embarrassing us, son. He was awful. He was awful. I just heard some fireworks. You know, I got PTSD, y'all. I'm from the hood, right? And where they shoot all the time. So here, you don't hear that. Ain't heard it, ain't gonna hear it. You don't even hear sirens. I guess unless it's a fire, you don't even really hear them, right? So when I just heard them popping, I had a flashback, right? But, yeah, I had a flashback. But anyway, I almost forgot what I was saying. That's fireworks. I guess you pop fireworks on the holiday. I don't know. On Memorial Day. You know, I used to pop them at my house 4th of July. Big pop. We get thousands of dollars worth of fireworks pop for at least an hour or two, right? But anyway, y'all, if you ever get a chance to watch that show, this season they're in Atlanta. It's called Married at First Sight. And check out the black couple, Paige and Chris. Chris was he was so disrespectful, so embarrassing. I hope he looks back at this, but I think he's so dumb and narcissistic that he ain't gonna realize he looked like a fool. He ain't gonna realize he looked like a fool. But anyway, y'all, when you get the chance, check out Married at First Sight. And it's basically a good show. Like I said, I've only watched it 2 seasons. I didn't see it last season. But the first season I watched it, I don't even know if that was first season. I think it was. I'm not sure. Because I was just interested in how was that going to work, right? But the black couple, the black couple that from when they were in Charlotte, they are on their second baby. She's pregnant now. And then this season, there was another black couple. She's a black girl. I think he was Dominican. And they make a good couple. But y'all got to check it out and see Chris. Chris was just trifling on there, y'all. He was just trifling. I just had to talk about it. My girlfriend had to stop watching it. He was so embarrassing. He was so, I'm talking about, he was straight niggerdom. Straight niggerdom. He was doing all the nigger shit, y'all. Gotta watch it. Anyway, y'all, let me shout out my peoples again. Let's see, we got Jess Nelly, who also go by Chinky Nelly, Chinky _ Nelly and Jess _ Nelly. And then we have Miss Angela Hope 888, y'all. So anyway, y'all, like I said, don't forget to make it happen for yourself. Don't forget to drop down in the description. Ooh, that was a big one. Don't forget to drop down in the description box and like, share, comment, subscribe. I don't mind your comments as long as they are, you don't go too far off with them. And I'm just going to block you. I ain't going to say nothing. I can say a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm just going to block you. The thing about the comments is when you go to see who these people are, they trolls or they just some more weirdos. I don't care what y'all say, no way. But anyway, make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching Jackie with a Q. Be safe, y'all, because the white folks ain't wearing no mask. They 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 full out with it, right? I don't know. I don't get the reasoning to that. Like, okay, we got the shot. Now we're going to take off the mask. Like, does that mean Corona disappeared? Okay. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching Jackie with a Q. Everybody be good. Bye-bye.